What if you could access the private libraries of the world's wealthiest people? Not the sound bites they give in interviews, but the core principles they actually live by. Well, today we're doing just that. We're going to decode the blueprint to wealth, breaking down the journey from zero to over $10 million into three distinct levels. This is the roadmap they don't teach you in school, the one that turns ambition into assets. Let's begin. Our journey starts with a story, inspired by one of the most foundational books on wealth ever written. Imagine being that commander. By burning the boats, you've just eliminated your plan B. Retreat is no longer an option. Victory is now a necessity for survival. This is the mindset we're talking about. For you, burning the boats means making a commitment so total that failure isn't even in the equation. It's the critical difference between wishing for wealth and deciding you're going to have it. All right, so that brings us to level one, the millionaire mindset. This is the path to your first $100,000. And it's the most important phase because the foundation here isn't built with money, it's built in your mind. Most people think they need money to make money. That's wrong. You need a new identity first. Before you can earn, you have to become the person who is capable of earning. It means a total rewiring of how you think about wealth, opportunity, and yourself. And first things first, we have to get one thing straight. The difference between being rich and being wealthy. They are not the same thing. Being rich is what you see. It's loud. High income spent on expensive cars, designer clothes, things that lose value. True wealth. Well, wealth is quiet. It's what you don't see. It's the financial assets, the businesses, the stocks, the real estate working for you around the clock. The goal isn't to look wealthy. The goal is to be free, to have absolute control over your time. That is the only definition of wealth that matters. So how do we perform this mental upgrade? It starts by deleting the junk code that's been running in your head for years. You know the lines, money is the root of all evil, or wanting more is greedy. These aren't your beliefs, you inherited them. You have to replace them with the truth. Money is just a tool. It amplifies who you already are. Then you build belief, not with wishful thinking, but with momentum. Small, daily wins. And this isn't just psychology, it's biology. Each little victory literally rewires your brain to crave more success. You have to engineer this feedback loop on purpose. Once the mindset is fortified, we build the machine. Think of it this way. Your mind is the architect who draws the blueprint. The machine is the engine that actually builds the skyscraper. This is where you systematize your finances, creating an automated engine designed to accumulate wealth in the background. A properly built machine makes progress the default setting, so you don't have to rely on willpower, which always runs out. To understand the raw power of this machine, let me ask you a question. Would you rather have $3 million in cash right now or a single penny that doubles in value every day for 31 days? The average person takes the $3 million. The strategist takes the penny because they understand the power of compounding. That single penny grows to over $10 million. This applies to everything: knowledge, skills, relationships. Small, consistent inputs over time lead to explosive results. Your machine must be built to harness this law. So, what do we feed this machine? We follow the single most important rule of money, made famous by Rich Dad Poor Dad. Know the difference between an asset and a liability, and then buy assets. It's brutally simple. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. The poor and middle class spend their lives acquiring liabilities they think are assets. The wealthy do the opposite. They use their income to acquire true income-producing assets. That is the entire game. And to make this all automatic, we use a clever technique from Atomic Habits called habit stacking. You don't try to create a new habit out of thin air. That's too difficult. Instead, you bolt the new habit onto one you already have. For example, after I make my morning coffee, I will transfer $50 to my investment account. The coffee is the trigger. The transfer is the new habit. You do this enough, and you're building wealth without even thinking about it. You're automating success. So you've built a six-figure foundation. Your mindset is sharp. Your wealth machine is humming. Welcome to level 2. This is the climb to a 7-figure net worth, and it requires a huge shift. Level 1 was about defense and accumulation. Level 2 is about offense and creation. You have to stop selling your time. It's your most finite resource, and start creating scalable value, which is infinite. This chart, this is the map of the financial world. Everyone who earns money is in one of these 4 quadrants. On the left side, as an employee or self-employed person, you work for money. You stop working, the money stops. Your income is capped. The right side is where true wealth is built. As a business owner, you own a system that makes money. As an investor, your money works for you. Your entire strategic mission is to migrate from the left side of this quadrant to the right. This forces us to completely rethink what rich even means. Our society is obsessed with absolute income, that big number on your paycheck. But it's an illusion, a vanity metric. Look at this example. The banker earns $500,000 a year, but he's a slave to an 80-hour work week. The entrepreneur only makes $40,000 a year, but does it in 4 hours a week? Who's actually wealthier? Who has more freedom? It's not about how much you make, it's about how you make it. So, how do you build a business that provides this freedom? You refuse to compete. Most businesses operate in a red ocean, red with the blood of competitors fighting over the same small slice of the market. The strategic move is to create your own blue ocean, a brand new, uncontested market where you make the competition irrelevant. Think of Cirque du Soleil. They didn't try to build a better circus, they created an entirely new category. The lesson is clear: don't compete, create. And now we reach the final stage, level 3. This is the ascent from 1 million to 10 million and beyond. And here's the paradox. The skills that got you here, the hustle, the individual effort, will now become your biggest liability. You cannot make this climb alone. This level requires the mastery of leadership. It's where you learn to scale your vision through other people. To get people to follow you, you have to master the golden circle. Most companies communicate from the outside in. They tell you what they do. We sell computers. Some explain how they do it. They're well designed. But the truly great leaders in companies start from the inside out. They start with why. Think of Apple. They don't sell computers. They sell their core belief in challenging the status quo. The computers are just the proof. Remember this: people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Leadership also requires a cold understanding of value. This law from the 48 Laws of Power sounds harsh, but the principle is undeniable. To the degree that you are replaceable, you are a commodity. Your goal, therefore, must become indispensable. This isn't about manipulation, it's about becoming a linchpin. You have to cultivate a unique combination of skills, knowledge, and relationships that makes you the one person who holds it all together. When you can't be replaced, you have real power. Now this right here, this is the trap that destroys most businesses. It's called the E-myth. It's the fatal assumption that if you're good at a technical skill, like baking cakes, you'll be good at running a business that bakes cakes. That is a catastrophic mistake. Being a great baker and being a great bakery owner are two completely different skill sets. The technician does the work. The owner builds a system for the work. To reach level 3, you have to stop working in your business and start working on your business. And as you build this empire, your strategy should be guided by the hedgehog concept. A fox is clever and tries many different things, but the hedgehog always wins because it knows how to do one big thing perfectly. Lasting, massive success comes from a singular, obsessive focus. You find it at the intersection of 3 circles: what you are deeply passionate about, what you can be the best in the world at, and what drives your economic engine. Your life's work is to find that overlap, and then go all in. And so, the blueprint is now in your hands, the 3 levels to millions distilled from the wisdom of those who have already built their empires. The path is clear. It starts in your mind, it moves to the systems you build, and it culminates in the people you lead. This knowledge has been paid for by the mistakes and successes of others. It's yours now. The only question that remains is, what will you build with it?